5 reasons why architecture might be for you. Welcome to Case Design, where design is elevated through sharing knowledge. I'm Tristan. The process to becoming an architect is very long and challenging. According to NCARB in their article published on June 23rd in 2017, the average time it takes to become a licensed architect in the United States is 12 and a half years. If you're interested in being an architect or are currently in the process, you'll ask yourself if the profession is right for you many times throughout the journey. This question is asked by high school students, college students, and even young professionals already working in the industry. Whether or not the industry is right for you is a deeply personal question that you'll need to answer yourself. It's a creativity outlet. Creativity and problem solving are synonymous, and not a day goes by that an architect won't problem solve with innovative solutions. Architects are trained to identify problems, analyze them from multiple perspectives in order to develop creative solutions, and then convey those solutions to others on the project team, such as owners and contractors, in the forms of sketches, 3D renderings, written narratives, or other forms of communication. Being able to efficiently identify a problem is a precursor to innovative problem solving. One should clearly define a problem before beginning to solve. Once a problem has been identified, thinking outside the box, challenging conventions, and validating assumptions are all strategies for innovative problem solving. Your ability to efficiently identify problems and innovate solutions will increase throughout your career and is not something that happens overnight. I always say, restrictions evoke innovation. Now this translates to stop complaining about building codes, client-prescribed design directions, budgetary economics, and other restrictions that hurt your design sensitivity, and design an innovative approach that fits within all of the project's limitations. There is a famous Venn diagram that illustrates a project's need to fit between the level of quality, budget, and schedule. The industry's joke about this Venn diagram is that you should pick two, because a project that has a high level of quality and is on budget will be way behind schedule, or a project that is on budget and schedule will have a poor quality. Now keep in mind that these variables can change during the design process, the permitting phase, and even during construction, so you'll really need to understand which design parameters can change and which cannot. Maintaining an open and flexible mindset throughout this process will help you manage or develop your emotional intelligence. The ability to identify problems and innovate solutions is one quality that really sets apart great architects from the rest. Understanding all of the project limitations and innovating solutions is a better and more efficient approach than reacting to problems and limitations. Reactionary solutions limits one's ability to maintain an overall design partie, because the original concept will be diluted with a minefield of reactionary corrections and changes. A partie, if you don't already know, is a 15th century French term for decision taken, and is an industry term that defines the most basic components of a design. Knowing all of the building restrictions and being able to stay ahead of them rather than reacting to them is what takes years of experience. Architectural training transcends the construction industry. Strategies for problem solving and lessons that are taught in school can be applied to other professions and daily life. Students of architecture are trained to view the physical world through an unfiltered lens, draw connections from history to current practice, present their ideas to colleagues and professionals, calculate structural loads to design structural elements, manage the rigors of time management, and analyze situations and procedures to conceptualize innovative solutions that will potentially save time, save money, or be of a higher quality. These qualities include critical thinking, being able to generalize or specialize your skill set, a high level of communication skills, and the ability to problem solve. Ability to travel abroad. There are lots of opportunities to travel abroad and gain perspective that can't be taught in school. Architecture is a response to a myriad of cultural, economical, and political influences that can't be learned in school, but needs to be experienced. Through these experiences, one will build a stronger foundation for gaining anecdotal perspectives for cultural sensitivities and will help gain perspective on your own values. Every day is different and challenging. Working in restaurants and retail can have a repetitious quality and can become laborious to endure. If you're like me, you'll get very bored quickly and will need an outlet. Although there are standard procedures and project delivery milestones like design phases, every project, every site, every client, and every contractor are very different. Each project has its own unique challenges that will need to be solved. Things like the design team's dynamics, which includes the architectural team as well as the design consultants, contractual relationships between the owner and the architect, and the owner and contractor. The actual delivery method, which would include things like design build, or a hybrid of those like a CM or ISC. The product that's being designed, including field built or modular. Architecture is a great balance between art and science. Architects improve the well-being of people and livelihood of cultures. Architecture should speak of its time and place, but yearn for timelessness. Architecture was essentially invented out of the necessity for humanity to survive in environments that were not previously inhabitable. Now, architecture is a multifaceted solution that not only responds to our need to survive, but also the current and future climatic conditions, very specialized uses to meet client and user needs, and is even a monetary instrument for investing. One could develop a design concept while another writes contracts or documents the design through plans and details. There are many roles an architect can take on a team. Now, I decided to get into architecture because of all of these reasons. The day-to-day work functions on creative problem solving coupled with practical and evidence-based thinking. You can work at an architecture firm without being licensed. So if you are interested in pursuing a career in architecture or the building construction industry, I encourage you to consider getting work experience in an architecture firm. Getting a job with little or no experience can be kind of a challenging feat. Networking on social media platforms like LinkedIn or reaching out to architects that you already know is a great starting point to get your foot in the door. What are you looking to get from a career in architecture? Tell us in the comments below and we'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Tristan from C.A.S.E Design, where we provide content on various topics in architecture. The content developed for this channel is tailored to viewers like you and encourage your participation by providing comments and questions below. If you've enjoyed watching and participating, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the next episode.